Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. Newspapers play an important part in the life of a city, sometimes even an explosive part. Our story concerns a feud between two Carson City, Nevada papers back in the year 1896, complicated by the fact that one of the rival editors was a lady of the press.
Morning, Rusty.
Well, Miss Laura, didn't expect you back so soon.
Obviously.
How was the trip?
It's over. That's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, those things are never pleasant.
Any mail?
Bills. All your father's creditors wanting to settle up.
Where's China Joe?
Out back in the press room.
Oh, howdy, Miss Laura. Happy to see you back.
What are you doing?
Oh, need money. No press paper? Press shirts.
Well, you can put that stuff away. We're going to start using this room for what it was intended.
Who you getting for editor?
Nobody.
No.
I mean me.
Well, excuse me for saying it, Miss Laura, but you don't know anything about running a paper.
I studied writing in school.
You haven't spent more than a month in Carson City in the past 2 years.
That'll give me a fresh outlook.
With elections coming on, politics is going to be the main topic.
Then we won't lack for material.
A woman writing a social column, yes, but politics, no.
That reminds me. I hear the opposition paper changed hands.
The Tribune, yeah, bought up by Colonel Emmett.
Orion Emmett?
Ornier than ever. He's running for Senate.
What's his platform?
Free silver, naturally.
Then we're for gold.
Oh, Miss Laura, that'd be suicide. Emmett's brought in the smartest editor in Nevada to write his stuff. Mike Ward. He'll drown you in printer's ink.
Well, I'm counting on you to help me. You've been on the news since it started. You know the ropes. I'm not worried.
New shirt.
I'm afraid that's just what our new editor's going to do.
Hello, Colonel. Oh, I see you've been reading the opposition's paper, too.
I thought that thing was buried with the old man.
Some relative's taking it over again. L.T. Frick.
Well, find out when he wants to support Silver and pay him.
Well, you're joking, Colonel. Look, you don't have to worry with this kind of stuff. Friends, Nevadans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Whew. Sounds like the editor just discovered Shakespeare.
Yes, well, even bad editorials could be a nuisance. Hop to it.
What?
Oh, excuse me.
That's all right. Is the editor in?
What can I do for you?
You're the editor?
Is there a law against it?
Well, no. No, I'm glad there isn't.
If you wish some advertising,
No, thanks. You see, I'm Mike Ward of the Carson Tribune.
Oh.
And, as a fellow journalist, Miss Frick, it is Miss, I hope. I came over here to offer you a deal. See, Nevada is a silver state. Most of the people around here eat, sleep, work, talk, and believe in silver. The Tribune believes in it also. Matter of fact, Colonel Emmett, the owner, is campaigning on the silver platform.
I'm aware of all that.
Well, it would be worth your while if the news supported it also.
Mr. Ward, are you trying to buy me off?
Oh, Miss Frick, please, please. The Colonel's interest in the news is strictly philanthropic. Prosperous business means prosperous town.
The news, Mr. Ward, will prosper without any philanthropic assistance from either Colonel Emmett or you.
All right. All right, let's leave it this way. Ignore both issues, gold and silver.
Impossible. The paper's got to have a policy.
You know, Miss Frick, sometimes survival is the best policy.
Get out.
If you must write about the weather.
Get out!
Or the flora, or the fauna, or pink teeth and social gossip.
I said get out!
But please, Miss Frick, not about politics.
Get out! Flora and fauna.
Kind of hard feller to get rid of, ain't he?
I'll write an editorial that'll rock him right back on his heels. Him and everybody else in this town.
Oh, that a girl. What's the matter?
He's right. I can't write for sour apples. Everything comes out sounding like a high school composition.
Well, why don't you just hire an editor for a while until you kind of get the feel of things?
It's all I can do to pay your wages and Joe's. His hat. That's his hat. Take it to him, Rusty. Just like that. Don't straighten it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mike! Mike Ward!
You forgot your hat.
Well, I'm glad my head wasn't in it. That's quite a spitfire, that boss of yours.
Oh, she's a chip off the old block, if you knew her dad. Only he could write.
Now, tell me, Rusty, does she have to work?
All her dad left her was the paper and his good name.
And still she turned down my offer. That took a lot of courage.
Well, that's one thing Miss Lara doesn't lack. Oh, she'll keep on fighting the way she sees it until there's no paper left.
You know, Rusty, what she really needs is some good He-Man copy. Now, you ought to be able to help her out.
Me?
Well, sure, you work for her father. You set up all his stuff. Some of it must have rubbed off.
I don't know. Rubbing off and doing are two different things.
Where did this come from?
What?
The lead article here. I didn't write this caption. Mine was the President Acts. This says political football.
Well,
And it's an entirely different editorial. Nothing I said at all.
You don't like it? Stop the press, Joe.
Okay, press stop.
Well, certainly doesn't pull any punches. It's the sort of stuff Dad would have written.
Then you aren't sore?
Sore. Bless you, you old pirate.
I feel like kiss you too, old pirate.
You just keep that press going.
Hey, you want to see me, Colonel?
The editorial in today's news. Have you read it?
Well, yeah, I've glanced at it.
I thought you said this girl couldn't write. Why, she could write rings around you.
Oh, well, I'd hardly say that, Colonel.
No, but I would. This stuff's got punch. That crack about family silver. That's hitting us right where we live.
Well, maybe it made her mad trying to buy her off. Went against her principles.
Principles my foot. A man owes nothing to anybody in the world but himself. All he has to do is follow the dictates of his conscience. Just remember that.
Thanks, Colonel. I will remember that.
See that you do. Now go ahead and write a rebuttal for tomorrow's issue and see that you make it better than this. All I'm paying you.
Look, Colonel, anytime you're not satisfied with my work, you can have my resignation.
Oh, no, you don't. You're under contract. Now go on, get busy.
inside, folks. Colonel Orion Emmett, Nevada's silver-tongued orator. Big rally, folks. Emmett for senator. Free beer and free sandwiches. Come inside, folks. Seats are going fast. Get inside, all you folks. Right in this door, folks. Keep going right in there.
And I say to you, good people of Nevada, send me to Washington, and I will raise silver up from the doldrums. How? By reopening the mines and allowing our precious white metal to pour out from its bountiful source, free and unlimited, thus restoring our prosperity. And that, my friends, is a promise.
Like the other promises you made, Colonel?
Yeah, what about that? I have no idea what promises you are referring to.
If you read the news, you would.
I have never broken my word or betrayed a trust.
That ain't what the news says. It says you ought to know the meaning of free silver, the way you've lined your pockets with it.
Quiet, please. Let's have order. Order.
Good morning.
Well, if it isn't my distinguished rival. I can't wait to read the Tribune's account of the rally last night. Was the Colonel pleased?
Well, if he were, I wouldn't be here to offer you 10,000 cash for the news.
10,000. He is getting scared.
Scared? Well, confidentially, with the election so close, the Colonel's panicky. By the way, how did you manage to dig up all that stuff you printed about him?
Oh, all you have to do is look at his record.
Well, it's certainly a side I hadn't looked at before.
Well, now that you've seen it, why do you continue working for him?
Well, I've learned a lot from the Colonel about principles and things. Besides, I'm under contract. Now, I have here a bill of sale all drawn up for $10,000.
Maybe you don't have any principles, but I have, and they're not for sale. Are you still here?
Rusty, I want you to write me an article for the front page of tomorrow's issue about Colonel Emmett trying to muzzle the press.
Muzzle it?
Yes. He tried to buy us out. Doesn't want any paper in this town but his own mouthpiece. Come on. I want you to tell our readers so. And no punches pulled.
Uh-huh. I get you.
Well, come on, Rusty, write it.
Well, I'm trying to think of the right words to express myself.
Well, use the words you always do.
Well, this seems like one of those times I've run dry. I need some fresh air.
I need the copy.
Don't worry, you'll get it in plenty of time, I guarantee. Oh, Mike, I've been looking all over for you. I got to have some copy, quick.
Rusty, I already gave you the editorial for tomorrow.
Yes, but this is something special. The Colonel tried to buy the news, and Laura wants a piece for the front page.
Well, she's a fool.
What?
She's a fool. She should have sold out. I go to a lot of trouble to build the news up so it'll be a threat to the Colonel, and then she turns down his deal. That $10,000 would have gotten her out of debt, would have put her on easy street.
And put the Colonel into the United States Senate. Look, there's a campaign train leaving early tomorrow for Reno, full of bigwigs. This news has got to break before they leave.
Rusty, I cannot go on writing editorials for her the rest of my life.
You can't stop now, please, Mike.
Well, I suppose she wants to blast the Colonel as an enemy of free press, trying to suppress the truth, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I've got a piece to do for my paper first.
Well, as long as I get it so I can set it up first thing in the morning.
All right. Okay, I'll slip it under the press room door on my way home tonight, about midnight. Well, Smokey Hogue. Thought you were still in jail. I got out. With a saw?
You don't need no saw if you got influence. I want to see the colonel.
Colonel's busy.
He's expecting me.
Oh? Well, his office is across the hall. You should have gone around the other way, but you can go through that door. What are you doing in there anyway?
Hurry, oh, please, hurry! What were you doing in there?
Toasting marshmallows.
You fumbling idiot!
Colonel, I couldn't help it. He caught me coming out the window. We had a fight, then I busted loose and ran.
All right, then. You better get out of town as fast as you can. And if you ever try to tie me in with this, I'll see that you go back to jail and never get out.
Colonel, you got no...
All right, out the side door, quick, and keep going.
Staying kind of late, aren't you, Colonel?
Yes, I had some things to take care of. I heard the fire bell a few minutes ago. Where was the fire?
Right where you had that firebug started.
Where I what?
Now, look, don't play innocent with me. I caught Smokey Hogue right in the act.
That still doesn't prove I had anything to do with it.
Now, apparently he forgot to tell you. I saw him come in here early this evening.
Oh? You did?
Oh, that's pretty rough stuff, Colonel, burning out your opposition.
All right, then. When I fight to win.
Regardless of method, huh?
She had her chance to sell.
Why, you hypocritical old ghost. Tough luck, Rusty.
Well, Mike, at least you won't have to worry about writing any more editorials for the news.
Hey, wait a minute. The press room's made of brick, isn't it?
Sure.
You know, it just might still be all right. Why don't we go have a look?
Yeah.
I stay here. Much cooler.
Mike, let's get out of here. The bricks are sizzling hot. We'll fry.
Well, the type looks all right. So is the newsprint. The press looks all right, too. It's hot, but it looks like it'll work.
I'm sorry, Miss Laura.
Thanks, Joe. Where's Rusty?
He in press room with Mike.
Mike?
Come on, Rusty. Come on, let's go get Joe.
Well, you certainly got a lot of gall coming back here.
Look, I'm glad you're here. We're going to need everyone's help to do this.
Do what?
We'll get out the morning paper, air the scandal before the campaign special gets rolling. Now, I'm going to need some wet blankets, about 6, and some rags and gloves. And Joe, you and Rusty, see if you can get me some wash tubs full of water and bring them up here in a hurry.
Wait. What shenanigan are you talking about? Getting out the news after you just about burned it down.
I'm afraid you've got me confused with Smokey Hogue. The sheriff's already looking for him.
I saw you coming out of the building.
Miss Frick, a good reporter never goes by appearances. Now get me those blankets and some paper and pencil so I can write the copy.
We're perfectly capable of writing our own copy, thank you.
Oh, no, Miss Laura, we aren't.
What?
Well, you see, all the time you thought it was me, but it was...
You mean you've been writing the copy that he's been writing?
Well, I'm afraid so.
That's very funny.
Funny? Well, it's absolute... I've never been so... Rusty, how could you do... How many blankets?
6.
6.
All right, boys, get going.
This is really what you'd call a red-hot edition.
It's not the best printing job in the world.
Yeah, but good enough to defeat Colonel Emmett. All right, Joe, run him off.
Yes, sir.
Mike, why did you write those editorials?
Well, I didn't have anything else to do with my spare moments. No girl to take out.
Why, Mike?
Well, first of all, because I felt sorry for you. You know, you are a terrible writer. And then because I discovered the Colonel really needed exposing. And finally...
Finally?
Well, finally because I happen to be in love with you.
Look me in the eyes and say that.
Well, I love you, Laura.
Is this a proposal?
Well, I'll get the ring tomorrow morning.
A gold ring.
Is there anything else?
There certainly is.
Well, the moral of this story, as Colonel Emmett learned when the election returns came in, was you can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the... Well, you know the rest. Oh, yes, there's another moral to this story. Always read both sides of the news.